All right, Dana, back in Storm Center mode already. You can see the closings and delays across the bottom of the screen
yes, I've
already.
been watching.
Schools making the decision because they're not just worried about the road conditions tomorrow morning, they're also worried about the potential of not having power.
Exactly. Even though this storm is mainly overnight into early tomorrow morning, that doesn't mean all of the effects that we're going to see from this storm will be gone by the time we wake up tomorrow. We even saw Alex out there earlier who looked like he was getting pretty windswept around out there because we have very heavy snow and very heavy rain moving throughout the state. We do have our rain snow line kind of hovering right around the Portland area, moving into northern York County, and we're going to continue this changeover from snow to rain as we go over the next couple of hours and into tomorrow morning as well. Here's a better look at the rain snow line there. It's going to kind of go back and forth a little bit, so right along the line was where we could see some mixed precipitation, but overall north of the line, very heavy snow. Some areas have been seeing rates as high as an inch of snow per hour, and south of where the rain snow line is, heavy rain moving through as well, and very, very windy, especially along the coastline. So current temperatures right now, if you're in the snow, chances are you are below freezing. Temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s, right where we're starting to see that changeover into rain. Temperatures getting into the mid to upper 30s. Now temperatures are going to continue to increase overnight tonight, which will allow the changeover from snow into rain. Now we have a lot of watches and warnings today from the National Weather Service. We have a winter storm warning where we're going to see mainly snow from this system, a flood watch in the southern areas where we're going to see that changeover into rain. High wind warnings along the coast, as well as a coastal flood warning, and offshore of the down east coastline is a hurricane force wind warning. So we've got a lot of hazards going on with this storm because of a lot of impacts and different types of precipitation that we're going to see. So this model is a little bit quick with the changeover to rain because it's a little bit warmer than the temperatures we're actually seeing outside. So we can kind of time it back by about an hour or so for where we're going to see some of those changeovers from snow into rain, but it still gives us a good idea of what overnight is going to look like. As we continue to go throughout the night, this is Wednesday at 2 a.m. The rain is pushing into the Lewiston and Augusta area, and by the time we get to before sunrise, we'll have switched over to rain up to the Bangor area. In the mountains and north of the Bangor area and into the down east areas as well is where we're still going to be seeing some snow at this time. Overall, still very heavy snow, and you can see in those oranges and red colors, very heavy rain as well. As we get into the morning commute on Wednesday, it's still going to be very messy out there. Heavy rain, heavy snow, and high winds as well. At this point, most of us will have changed over into rain with the exception of the highest mountain peaks, which will likely hold onto that snow really until the very end of this system, where they could change over into some freezing rain or some mixed precipitation. Now, this is Wednesday at noon, and most of us have cleared out at this point with the exception of northern Maine, still seeing some pockets of heavy rain. And by Wednesday at dinner time, all of us have cleared out besides just a couple of showers moving through. So the good news here is that this is a very quick moving storm. By the time we get to midday tomorrow, most of us could even see some sunshine later in the day. So a quick moving storm, which means we'll be able to recover quickly, but it still is a very impactful storm. Now this is our snow forecast, and if you're in the purple and pink colors here, you're going to see a net gain for snowfall. That means even after the changeover to rain, you'll have more snow than what you started with. However, in the blue colors, you'll lose all of the snow that you got, plus the snowpack that we already have, and that is leading to a lot of flooding concerns. So we circled in the area here down through Augusta, down to Portland and into the southern coast where flooding is most likely going to happen. Well, we can see flood outside of this area. That's where we're going to see the most flooding. Now, we haven't even talked about the high wind gusts yet. This is going to cause power outages and down trees and down power lines. Peak wind gusts are going to be very early Wednesday morning, possible gusts over 60 miles per hour, and we're going to stay breezy but not windy as we go later in the day to Wednesday. And if you want some deja vu, we're going to see a very similar storm once again on Saturday. So here are some of those impact headlines here, just kind of summarizing overall what we're seeing. The good news with this system, overall less river flooding than from the last storm. So marine forecast sees 7 to 17 feet. So with our 7-day forecast, Zach, one of the bad news with this system is that it's a very impactful system and we don't have a lot of time for cleanup before we have a very similar looking system coming in for Saturday, where we're going to see only a slightly less intense version of this. So very impactful. You're going to want to be weather aware tonight.
All right, Dana, thanks so much.